What's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome everyone to WWE NXT Review, the show from February 20th, 2019. They're at Full Sail University at Winter Park, Florida. Your commentators were Mauro Ronaro, Nigel McGuinness, and Percy Watson. Let's get right to it. A lot to cover for this episode of NXT, and I'll let you know how I feel about the show overall. So we get the opening match of Aleister Black versus representing Undisputed Era, Roderick Strong, the Messiah of Backbreakers. In the match itself, the opening of this match was pretty good. Back and forth action between these two, no outside interferences from Undisputed Era. And then in the end, Aleister Black goes for a black mass out of nowhere to Roderick Strong to get the 3 count and the win. So Aleister Black wins the match. After the match, also we get Undisputed Era, which is Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. They came out and attack Aleister Black. And then we get Ricochet coming out there to even the odds and for the save. And yeah, no much to say about that. So there you go. Next we get to a segment of Serena Deb and Sarah Del Rey. They'll talk about something, I don't remember what they were talking about, and also we see Shayna Baszler, Jessica Menduke, and Maria Shafir, the 3 of the 4 horsewomen. They enter the women's locker room, saying that they're running this division or whatever. And we see a couple of NXT women's in the locker room, like Xia Li. I'm assuming Xia Li was in there. Mia Yim, Lacey Lane, MJ Jenkins. I think I seen her in there, and a couple of other women that I don't even know who they are. And basically, it was like a commotion going on in there. And I just thought that was just it just looked rehearsed to me, in my opinion. It looked like it was pretty rehearsed the way it was done. I thought that was shit. Yeah, for the first time, for a segment. I mean, I don't think it's for the first time, but for a while, basically, this was shit. I'm just saying, it was complete shit. Then we get to Bianca Belair, basically a video package, and also her talking about her success, or pertains to her being on NXT, and before coming to NXT as well, and talk about how she had her opportunity against Shayna Baszler for the NXT Women's Championship from TakeOver Phoenix, and also what pertains to Io Shirai and Kairi Sane coming into the picture, where Io Shirai is trying to jump ahead of Bianca Belair of a title shot against Shayna Baszler, and she basically told Io Shirai and Kairi Sane, the Sky Pirates, that do not mess with her, and what pertains to her her success of her career, and because she's gonna show them that Bianca Belair, what pertains to if you mess with her, you're gonna see what happens when you mess with someone who is undefeated. And yeah, basically she's still saying that she's undefeated, even though she's not undefeated anymore. But whatever. I really don't know where they're going with this, folks. Then we see highlights from these NXT stars, like an Aleister Black, Ricochet, Tommaso Ciampa, and Johnny Gargano, making their main roster debuts on Raw and SmackDown. Now it was just a one-off. It was just a one-off thing. Why they decided to do it on that week, I have no idea. Maybe because they were desperate, whatever. But Raw, basically what I heard about Raw at Lafayette, Louisiana, that a piss poor crowd. They get no fucks about on that show whatsoever. So I'm thinking to myself, why even bother going to a city where where you get these people in that city that doesn't react to anything that's happening on the show. And I'm not just talking about just for wrestling. Like why would these people go to an event that doesn't matter either if it's wrestling or whatever, and not react to anything. And in this particular thing, unfortunately happened with when that Raw. But hey, SmackDown, at least they did a better job. You know, New Orleans Luciano did a better job. Obviously, they reacted more than the crowds from New Orleans are reacting more than on SmackDown than they would have did on in Lafayette on Raw. And I thought Raw was, the highest I've seen of Raw, I thought it was an okay show. I mean, there were a couple of things that were bad. I'm not pulling not much out of it, but I thought Raw was, for once in a long time, I thought it was pretty good. But whatever. But yeah, there you go. That was basically the updates of it, and they were showing highlights of these NXT stars, how successful they were on the main roster from Raw and SmackDown. And then they announced the return of the Dusty Road Tag Team Classic, and so far they announced Undisputed Era, which is going to feature Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, Red Dragon, basically the tag team Red Dragon, but they're not calling them by Red Dragon anymore. Well, basically, WWE's not calling them by Red Dragon. They're just called Undisputed Era because they're part of the faction of Undisputed Era, and that's your that's your true tag teams, folks. Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. But there you go. But yeah, but it's gonna be those two from Undisputed Era. You also got Fabian Aichner and Marcel Bardell. You got the Forgotten Sons, which is Wesley Blake and Steve Cutler. And you got the Street Profits, which is Monteo Ford and Angelo Dawkins. And I think the match setup here, based on how I saw the brackets of it, I think the Forgotten Sons are going up against Street Profits, and Undisputed Era is going up against Aichner and Bardell for next week. And then also, so next week they'll reveal more of the tag teams that'll be in the tournament. Now I could be wrong about the whole thing. The match is going to start next week, but we'll see. Of what I heard, I think it is next week that they said it's going to begin the tournament. And yeah, there you go. And I'm assuming, obviously, it's a tradition. Not only you win the trophy of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, but you also get a title shot of the NXT Tag Team Championship, which I'm assuming that's going to take place at TakeOver New York. So there you go. So then we get to Mia Yim versus Xia Li. I thought the match itself was pretty decent. Mia Yim isn't winning the match though. I thought Xia Li actually looked strong in this match. Based on how she performed. Then after the match, also we get the 3 of the Force women, Shayna Baszler, the NXT Women's Champion, along with Jessica Mendoza and Maria Shafir. They attack Mia Yim, and then we get 4 women end out of the locker room, which one of them was MJ Jenkins, Lacey Lane, and the other 2 I couldn't make out the other 2 that were also there too. But one of them I had no idea who she is, and the other one I completely missed it, or who she was too. But either way, it didn't matter because the 4 horsewomen, the 3 of the 4 horsewomen falling off anyways. And then they took out Mia Yim. Basically, Shayna Baszler did. Basically, it was Shayna Baszler just and also just coming to again, Maria Shafir saying an example and a statement that they're the ones taking over this women's division. They own the women's division of NXT. That was the story that it did, and why they did what they did. And I thought the segment itself, how they did it, it was rehearsed too as well. Basically, it was shit too, by the way. And this is no disrespect to Shayna Baszler for being part of that, but I thought she was kind of shit in this one too. So, let's get to Johnny. Johnny Gargano. He's warming up for his match against the Velveteen Dream to defend his NXT North American Championship, and then his wife shows up, Candice LeRae, to talk to Johnny Gargano. And all of a sudden, Tommaso Ciampa shows up, and Candice LeRae is upset, is upset with this, and it's like, what are you doing here? And then Ciampa is like telling Gargano, hold on a second, sorry about that. that if you know wherever you need me, I'm right here, wherever. And then Gargano's like, he's like, he doesn't need Ciampa, he's got everything that he needs right here, the championship and his wife. And he walks off. So basically Ciampa's gonna be watching on from the distance, and that's what he did. And we'll get to that. We'll get to the main event when we get to it. Next we get to Matt Riddle. He was being interviewed by Jeremy Borash. Yeah, so finally we see Jeremy Borash on NXT television. For the in the WWE basically. And basically talking to Matt Riddle about his appearances, about him wearing flip flops and everything and all that. So Matt Riddle basically talks about that and everything, and then talks about how someone was told of him to tone things down, and he's like he's not toning it down. He's basically he's not gonna tone anything down on that, and says that he's gone to tone up instead. And it talks about he took care of Cassius Ohno, and he finally got rid of Cassius Ohno. And I got something to say about Cassius Ohno about where his position is in WWE right now, but I'll get to that another time. But he also talks about he made Drew Gulak tap out on NXT, and then talks about how he's looking to for any type of championship goal on NXT. So I thought it was a good interview. He presented himself very well, and I'm starting becoming a big fan of Matt Riddle. Yeah, you can see the potential, you can see the charisma, you can see the personality, you can see how a big deal that Matt Riddle is, and it's gonna be developed more once he shines on NXT. And by the way, he's interested to just stay on NXT. He's not interested to go to the main roster whatsoever. He's not interested to go to Raw. He's not interested to go to SmackDown. He's interested to stay on NXT. Maybe because someone filled him in on if you go to NXT, if you go to NXT and you end up going to the main roster, that call up thing, you're gonna get buried. So he's probably smart, and he's smart in that. So let's see what happens though. Only time will tell. But only time will tell. All right, main event time. The Velveteen Dream, because he won the World's Collide tournament to get any title shot he wants. Which, by the way, I gotta remind you guys again about this. The rules of it before he decided to go to the North American Championship that Gargano's got. The rule is you can either choose to face the NXT champion from NXT, or you could choose the United Kingdom champion from NXT UK, or you could choose the Cruiserweight champion from 205 Live. That was the rule. But instead they decided to go against the rule and just have Velveteen Dream go out to the NXT North American Championship title instead. I still say to this day, it makes no fucking sense for the Velveteen Dream to choose the North American Championship when you're just supposed to be but that was not supposed to be the choice of the championship belt that you're supposed to be choosing. So that being said, we get to this match. I'm saying to myself, so Gargano is not gonna lose. It's not gonna lose his belt because he just won it. There's no way for him to lose the belt against the Velveteen Dream. So sure enough, we get to the match. After the match was I thought it was decent. It wasn't anything great, especially with the fact that the Velveteen Dream was picking up Gargano from his head, and he starts shaking his hips, like he wants to I'm not even gonna say that. From there, I lost interest in the match because of that. I mean, I still watched the match, but I just lost fucking interest because the Velveteen Dream fucking did that shit. Fucking faggot, fucking bitch made motherfucker. So I'm waiting for Gargano to win the match here. Unfortunately, that's not what fucking happened. What happened is the Velveteen Dream won the match instead. So yeah, Velveteen Dream gets to trick out in the win after giving him the Purple Rainmaker. And I see myself, no fucking way. So the Velveteen Dream is your winner and new NXT North American Champion. So you're telling me after John Gargano has finally won a championship goal on NXT against Ricochet from TakeOver Phoenix, just from to lose the belt in 3 weeks' time to the Velveteen fucking Dream? And another thing with that too, Made no fucking sense, again, with the Velveteen Dream choosing the North American Championship title when he's supposed to be choosing either the NXT Championship, the UK Championship, or the Cruiserweight Championship. And to be fair, too, I didn't want him to win that tournament anyways. I would rather had Tyler Bate win that tournament and then face the NXT Championship, the NXT champion, the NXT UK champion, which the United Kingdom Championship or the Cruiserweight Championship from 205 Live. I would rather see that, where retains Tyler Bate, but instead we got the Velveteen Dream winning it, and instead of going after one of those 3 belts, he went after the one belt that was not supposed to be that was not the choice that he was supposed to be making. So I thought I was stupid alone. And then make matters worse, Velveteen Dream wins against Gargano. What the fuck? Why even put the belt on Gargano if he's going to just lose it in 3 weeks later? That was so fucking stupid. The Velveteen Dream. Get the fuck out of here. Why can't he just get called up to the main roster? Why couldn't he just go to the main roster? And just get... Fuck, man. Fucking hate the Velveteen Dream. And I can't believe they put the belt on him. I can't believe that they have him beat Gargano. Tomar Wrestling, 3 matches. I guess it was. Yes, three matches on the show. My overall rating for the show, I never thought I would do this, but 4 out of 10. For the first time in a long time for NXT shows, I'm giving the show a 4 out of 10. Namely because they put the belt on the Velveteen Dream. And there you go, folks. That's my NXT review from February 20th, 2019. That being said, thank you all for watching. It's Natural Born Thriller. Peace on the streets. Fuck the Velveteen Dream.